Start with a base piece of cardboard that you're going to do all the attachment techniques on. So this will be your little proof that you've tried all the attachment techniques and whether or not you've been successful. So you're going to get your base piece of cardboard, you're going to flip it over. It doesn't matter to me which side you use. To me this side looks nicer, so this is the side where I'm going to write my name. So you're going to write your name and the day you have art. Day A, day B, day C. So this is 5th grade, so it'd be 5A, 5B, 5C. You're going to flip it over, and the first technique we're going to do is flange. And that works best with things that are curved. A flange works really nice. So we have this part of a paper tube, and you're going to cut slits into one side of it for this. But if you're building something that you're going to attach this to something and then this on top, you would cut slits on both sides. You want the slits to be about the same length. You don't want to have some slits that you cut longer and some slits that you cut shorter. You want to try to keep them about the same length. And then you're going to fold these out. It would look nicer if you folded them in, but it's just really so much more difficult to get this paper tube attached if you do the tabs on the inside. So here I cut these slits a little bit shorter, and it doesn't really want to be down, doesn't really want to sit flush on this cardboard base. All right, now don't glue this right to the middle of your base because you need room for your other attachment techniques, so maybe pick a corner. If you were to cut some of these slips taller, then the tube would be leaning. I mean, maybe that's what you're going for, so that's something that you can do in your sculptures in the round that you're creating. So now that you have your flanges cut, you're going to open your glue bottle and you're going to put a dot of glue on each flange. And then you're going to hold this down onto your base and give the glue some time to set up. You could go around and take your finger and press down on each of these flanges. But this creates a nice, clean, secure attachment of a paper tube to something flat, like a base, like we have here. I've seen this used for like a treehouse base. They used a paper tube, attached it to a cardboard base, and then built their treehouse above the tube, sitting on the top of the tube. And once you've held it there for a little while, maybe talk to your neighbor for a few minutes, then the glue is sticky enough to hold that down, and then you're going to move on to your next cardboard attachment technique. The next attachment technique I'm going to show you is slots. And slots are where you're going to take two pieces of cardboard and put them together to kind of make an X shape. So I'm going to take and cut two pieces of cardboard into equal squares. And then I'm going to cut a slot up the middle of the cardboard and stop when I get to the center of the cardboard, right in the middle. And I do the same on the other piece. And then I take these two and I put them together. Until they're even. And then you can see from the top, it's an X shape. And no glue required for this until you attach it to the base. And I'll show you how to attach it to the base in just a minute. So the next attachment technique I'm going to use are tabs. So this is for when it's very similar to this, but when you're using a straight piece of cardboard. So you'll cut some slits that are all the same length, and then you'll fold one towards you and then one away, and then one towards you and one away and one towards you. And this helps you to glue straight pieces up off the base to stand up like that. So I'm going to put a dot of glue on each of the tabs. And you have to hold this here until the glue starts to get sticky and will hold its shape. The next one I'm going to show you how to create is a brass fastener where it moves. That's the neat part about this. So I'm going to cut two pieces of cardboard And I'm going to use this special hole punch. And it has a stop here. So if you get it and you can't get it to move up and down, you just have to move this little stoppy thing. So you squeeze it and move it, and now it'll go up and down. And then you can see there's a little arrow here pointing this way. This is how you turn them to change the size of your hole. So you've got to push, and you'll hear it snap until you get the size of hole that you want. So the ends of these gradually get bigger. So I want a bigger hole. And now I'm going to punch a hole on one side of the cardboard. So I just push the cardboard into the hole punch and push. It doesn't really make much of a snapping sound, but it does poke a hole. And then I'm going to poke a hole at the end of this piece. And then there's my hole there. Now the hole here isn't completely punched out. So now I take my brass fastener, push it through that hole. That'll pop that out of there. Push it through the other hole, and then I bend the brass fastener over so that it's flat against the back cardboard, and then this piece moves. And then the last attachment technique is an L bracket, and that's where I'm going to go back to this to show you how to use an L bracket on it. So I'm going to get a piece of small cardboard, so I'm not going to waste these. I'm going to set those aside. I'm going to take and just cut off a small piece from this one. And an L bracket is where you take a long rectangle piece and you fold it in half to make the letter L. So here's my letter L. And what you'll do is you'll attach it to the side and then down onto the cardboard, and that will create an L shape that will attach it and hold it to the cardboard. Because if I were to try to put a bunch of thick glue on this and get this to attach, it might be a little tricky, and an L bracket really helps fix that and makes it a lot faster. So I just take the L bracket and put it on the side of this piece of cardboard, and then I put the bottom of the L against the base so that it'll hold this cardboard in place. And I have to sit here and hold it and give it some time to get sticky. Alrighty, right now the L bracket's holding it there, and I can walk away. Let's see, this piece here I'm going to go ahead and attach to this base too, just so that I have all my attachment techniques on one little demonstration. And so I'm just going to put some glue, a line of glue here, and I'll have this piece, your practice of your techniques on. And we need to write our name on here. So you might want to get a marker to kind of write here. Or you can use a pencil, but you need to write your name and the day you have art. Day A, day B, day C. All at the front of the cardboard. And I will save these for you so that you can then demonstrate the cardboard skins, because every sculpture needs to have a skin on it. You can't just leave it like cardboard like this. So, I'll hold on to this, and you can start adding skins to your piece once these are dry. I'm going to try and take this rubber band off and see if it's going to stay stuck. And it looks like it is. So just needed a few minutes for the glue to get sticky. So here are my attachment techniques for cardboard.